Hello, welcome back to ACI homework and Tibetan review. I'm Dr. Ward Smith. We are on course 15, class 7. Question 1. One of the Mike Hoffmans, either one.
The one with the picture doesn't speak.
I think one is
Who's
enough, Mike. Oh, wait, 1 second. My headphones are still in. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
who's the who's the innovator who revived the mind-only school system in this world? What book did he base this work on? How do we know that this was the book?
Yeah. Who, after Lord Buddha, restarted mind only school? Arya Sangha. It's Arya Sangha. Um, what book did he base this work on?
Oh,
Uh,
but didn't he just outline it? He didn't actually believe it himself.
um, Probably.
Or am I thinking of something else?
You think they usually talk about that way about Master Vasubandhu, but and with Abhidharma. But I mean, if if Arya Sangha was an Arya, then uh, he didn't believe mind only. So I think you're right with both. What book did he base this work on? Um, one of the 5 books of my tray, I guess. I don't know. The Higher Line? I think that's the mine only one. And how do we know that this was the book? I don't know. He says so. He wrote a lot of books by himself too, but I'm not sure. Mm, hmm. Yeah, he says so in his books. Uh-huh. Oh, he used this book. All right. Read this, Mike.
The great innovator of the mind-only school was Master Asanga. He used a commentary on the true intent. And we know this because of at least 5 references to the work in his compendium, as well as in the levels of the Bodhisattva and his other books.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. Okay. Um, he wrote a lot of mind-only books on his own, and then he wrote down the 5 great books of Maitreya. He transcribed them. Okay, number 2. Uh, Lynn, would you like to read? No? Yeah? Lynn, can you read? No? I don't hear anything. Panitova, would you like to read?
Yes, this innovator sets forth the meaning of thusness, largely sought a description of the two extremes and how to avoid them. Name the two states of mind that hold to these two extremes. Tibetan track in Tibetan.
Yeah, through.
True.
Yeah, good. Um, The two extremes? What are the two extremes, Panitova?
Existent and not existent.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Um, One is like I believe my projection um, is mine. You is mine projection, and that means nothing have mean. I don't know of English. um,
No. No, just because things, this is mind only, by the way, not middle way. In the
mm,
middle way, because things are empty, they don't exist at all, is the extreme of thinking things don't exist. And the extreme of thinking things do exist is just because things exist, they must exist self-existently. And that's the extreme of thinking things exist. In mind only school, it's uh you believe you believe reality has less than it has because constructs exist, or you believe reality has more than it has because Shenwangs exist, something like that. Jondok and Kundep. Yeah, here we go. Read this, Panitova.
the act of conco concocting things, which means holding that something exists or has particular quality when in fact it does not at all.
Has a particular quality.
Has a particular.
Good. Yeah, that's Jondok. Adding stuff to reality that's not really there to concoct. And then the opposite.
The act of discounting things, meaning holding that something which really does exist or really does have a particular quality does not at all. Kundep.
Yeah, Kundep. Discounting Kundep. All right, good. That's quite famous. How many questions? Oh my God. There's a lot. I'll do number three. Describe the difference between an extreme and the view which holds to the extreme. Oh, uh, an extreme is um an extreme is a wrong view which um sees things incorrectly out of confusion. The view that holds to the extreme is the result of that wrong view. The extreme is the idea, and the holding to it is the result you get because you believe the extreme. Something like that. Um, Technically speaking, an extreme represents the thing which either concocting things or discounting things is grasping onto, and therefore does not exist at all. In mind-only school, for example, two non-existent extremes will be represented by a construct that existed by definition, or a dependent thing that did not exist by definition. Yeah. Oh, that's what I said earlier. The view which holds to the extreme would believe in either or both of these. Yeah. Okay. Uh, ta, is it an extreme or an edge or the end of something? All right. Number four. By the way, this is extremely important, and you do it all the time. Um, in middle way, what's the percentage? How many people believe in things are self-existent, and how many people believe that things don't exist at all in the world usually? Yeah, Mike's right. Almost everyone thinks things are self-existent. Only like 0.1000001% of people don't think things exist. It's usually because they got a bad or incomplete teaching about emptiness. Um, and they're called nihilists. I was a philosophy major in college, and there were a bunch of nihilists in my philosophy department. And I was always like, that is so dumb. How can you not believe anything exists when you're standing there? I didn't understand. I'm like, and I was in the martial arts, and I was like, okay, if you don't believe anything exists, let me punch you in the face. Nobody ever agreed to be punched in the face, okay? Because it would hurt. And hurting exists. Duh. So dumb. It's like when people get so smart, they're dumb. All right. Describe the specific idea which, according to the mind-only school, is held by the view of concocting something. Um, the specific idea? I don't know. If you concoct things, you believe in kuntaks that aren't really there. Mm, I don't know. I mean, the idea, as far as I know, is Jondok. You add more to reality than exists. I don't know beyond that. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that is it. This is just the example. It is believing that a construct, such as the fact that the boy named Tashi is what the name Tashi refers to, could exist by definition from its own side through its own unique identity. Yeah, I sent Mike a funny meme the other day, video, right, Mike? Uh, yeah, and it was a comedian talking about this. How you recognizing people on the street without knowing them, but knowing their name somehow. And it seems ridiculous, but that's what you're saying. If someone was self-existently Mike, then I wouldn't, people who didn't meet him would walk up to him and be like, Mike. And he'd be like, yeah. And that doesn't make any sense. Just like nihilism. Kontak rangi teni kiyo par tsinpa. Tsinpa holding to this R, uh, things as existing, yipa, um, by having their own definition, by existing by definition. Rangi teni, um, kuntaks, believing kuntaks could exist that way. But they can't. Everyone knows that. All right, number five. Lynn, you want to try again? No?
Yes.
Oh, look, it works now. Okay. Ooh, I like your shirt. Nice.
Yes. How, according to the mind only school, could you have someone get over the extreme view of concocting something?
Um, I don't know. Tell them they could have had any name at birth. Obviously. I don't know, read it.
Yeah. You good
Wood.
is my, yes. You
Wood.
good.
No. Wood.
Good.
No. Wood.
Would.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Demonstrate to them how any object you could choose to take at all is devoid of construct that exists intimately.
Ultimately, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like Mike's name could have been Fred, and if he had walked up to me and been like, "Yo, my name's Frederick Freddie B," I would have been like, "Okay, why not?" All right. So he's not ultimately Mike Hoffman, although he is the ultimate Mike Hoffman. So, all right, number six. I'm just joking, everybody. I mean, Mike is red. All right, number six. Hong Sun, read.
Yes, teacher. According to the mind-only school, what caused the extreme of concocting things?
Yeah, ignorance. I mean, a misunderstanding and difference between an object and the idea you put on an object. I don't know. Ignorance. I was right. Read this.
Yes, it is, to put it briefly, the tendencies to hold things as having a self-nature. Ignorance,
Ignorance.
ignorance,
No, ignorance.
ignorance,
No, don't make the O long or it sounds funny. Ignorance.
ignorance.
Yes. Good. You do say ignore, but you don't say ignorance. English. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, good job. Uh, I'll do this one. Describe the idea which, according to mind-only school, is held by the view of discounting something. The that Shenwangs don't have any nature by definition? That a cause thing doesn't have any nature by definition? It is believing that dependent thing or totality could ever to exist, fail to exist by definition. Yeah, totality too. Shen Wang Yung Drup Rangi Tsen Ki Ma Drupa. Shenwang, dependent thing. Yongdrup, totality. Madrup, but fail to exist. Ki by Rangiteni, its own definition. Its definition. By definition. Yeah. Okay. Ocho. Loan.
Yes, hi, teacher.
Hi, Loan. Read this.
Yes. How, according to the My Only School, would you help someone get over the extreme fear of discarding something? Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. Show them a pen and be like, or some other similar object and be like, look, it has to be white and smooth, even to a dog. Because that's the cause part, right? You calling it a pen is a construct, but it's still white and smooth to dogs, right? It's doing the pen thing mind only way. Read this, Loan.
Demonstrate to them that if dependent things, for example, did not exist by definition, then they could not exist at all. And if they did not exist at all, then there could be nothing to
Wood. What's with the good?
good, good,
No.
word,
Wood with your lips.
word,
Not that
word,
much. A little less. Wood.
word.
You know, if you can't say this, you can't say. Is that why you call me teacher? Because you can't say my name?
And
I'm joking. Finish.
yeah, be nothing to apply construct to and no constructs either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, there'd be
Thank you,
nothing.
Dr. Ward.
Oh, look at you. They're like, I can say your name.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm messing with you. Thank you, Loan. Yeah, there'd be nothing to put the label pen on. What does middle way say about the cylinder?
But that's a projection too.
Are you telling me dogs don't see white and smooth?
They do, but not as a pen.
Yeah, but the pen is a construct. White and smooth is dependent, Mike. Middle
But
wayer.
but how would the pieces be there if they were on you by your past time?
They wouldn't. I don't believe that. You do.
No, I don't.
You do, but you can't prove it very well.
True.
Yeah, that's the debate. That's the middle way, mind only school debate. Okay. We say that if it has parts at all, this is middle way. Middle way says if it has parts at all, it can't be self-existent because to have parts means you must be constructing an object uh, with labels. Because at no time are you seeing all the parts at the same time, which would result in it being able to exist self-existently as a parts. Mind only school says the changing thing which the label gets put upon does exist by definition. Because this is the turning of the wheel of fine distinctions, which means the second turning was too heavy for some people. So Lord Buddha had to back up a little and be like, no, 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 no. Some things exist by definition. Come on. I wouldn't say that. I'm no, I'm no nihilist. I'm Lord Buddha. All right. And he's not a nihilist, but some people can't understand karma and emptiness. And I've met people like that, and they get headaches or they get mad or they get scared, and so you have to lie to them because you love them. All right. All right, number nine. And by the way, it's not actually lying. In in um in Buddhist logic, if you tell somebody something they're not ready for, it's considered false, not illogical, because it is illogical to them, to their mind. So, you know, number nine, I'll do. Who, according to the mind only school, is guilty of the extreme of discounting things? Mike Hoffman and his middle way school, right? They say it is the middle way school who claim that nothing exists by definition, nihilists, and who are thereby effectively denying the existence of dependent things and totality. Yeah, next thing you're going to say is karma doesn't exist and you can't do good things. You can't become a Buddha. You call yourself a Buddhist?
Oh, don't say that.
This is middle way. This is Minoli's argument against middle way. All right. It's a joke, but true. All right. Number 10. Mm, Panitova, you read it.
Describe in a brief sentence the middle way idea about these two extremes views.
This is what you were unable to say earlier. You want to try again? Pani Tova?
Um,
What's the view of thinking things exist in middle way?
it's like if it's my projection, if all my projection, it's nothing exists, and it's my projection is
Okay, I'm
sorry.
gonna teach you right now. You ready?
Yes.
Listen, if you have the extreme of thinking things exist, then repeat after me. Because things exist, say it,
Because things exist,
they must exist self-existently.
they must exist self-existently.
Okay?
Mhm.
That's what most people think. It exists, therefore it has to exist on its own. Okay?
Yes.
Yupa. Mepa, if
Map.
things are empty, you say that,
If things are empty,
they can't exist at all.
they can't exist at all.
That's the extreme of things not existing. Got it? All right, cool. Concocting something is to say that if something exists, it must exist by definition. And if something did not exist by definition, then it could not exist at all. Yeah, Geshe just said it in mind-only school way. Uh, Ye narangi teni ki drup g g. If if something drup exists, g it has to exist. Ki by definition. Yuna, if something exists, yeah, then good, it has to drup exist. Key by Rangiteni, by definition. Um, and Rangitseni key, um, so if something exists by definition, uh, no, if it doesn't exist by definition, Madrupna, mega, then it doesn't, it can't exist at all. Okay. Ooh, this is good for my brain, but I'm also done. All right. So we'll have class tomorrow at 7 a.m. Arizona time. And we will continue. In the month of July, due to a slight miscalculation on my part, I will be teaching ACI every day until we're done. I think on July 22nd, I'll take off. Okay. So I'll update you on that, but I'll need help with translation and recording on Sundays for like 2 Sundays. Sorry about that. So not this weekend, but starting in July next month. Okay. All right, we'll finish. I'm not leaving anything after the retreat. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Thank you, translators. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming, everybody. Bye.
Yes.